Hi, this is Dr. Frank Wantland. I want to talk a minute about mindful leaders and the problem of defensiveness and defensive reasoning among their people or the groups that they work with. The problem with many organizations, the problem that happens in many organizations is that something goes wrong with a project, or there's a problem with performance, and there needs to be a conversation. And generally, the conversation has to do with fixing a problem or fixing blame. This is not necessarily the most productive question to ask at this point. And here's why. Defensiveness precludes learning. And whether you're trying to fix a performance problem or a project problem, the object is not to fix blame. The object is to learn. And the way you learn is to defuse the defensive reasoning. Here's an example. I was in a meeting one time between some geologists and some engineers, and they were trying to decide what to do with an oil well. Well, each one had a fixed point of view. The geologists wanted to get more data. They wanted to take samples. The engineers wanted a clean, sharp hole and get the thing on production, at odds with each other. And pretty soon someone points a finger at the other and everything, and all of a sudden, all the defenses go up. Everyone in that room rarely has experienced failure. They are programmed to win. They are programmed to be right. They are programmed to justify themselves and not allow other people to justify themselves. And what happens is that the facts go out the window. And the defensiveness takes over. It's just an innate, hardwired behavior, especially young, very intelligent, very highly educated professionals. The mindful leader has to anticipate this and diffuse this, and that's what he does. He doesn't fix blame. He says, let's look at this again. Let's review the facts. Let's see if together as a team we can find a better way. You, first of all, listen for the facts. Then you listen to try to understand points of view. Then, without arousing all of the defensive behaviors, you search for a more creative solution among the entire group. And with that creative solution, you can then learn together. What's the creative solution in that particular case? Well, they were both right from their own points of view, but they were both wrong from the point of view of the corporation. The corporation just wants the well drilled. And yes, they want information. And yes, they want the thing to be productive. They want it all. These people had to come together with some sort of a way of talking with it and finding a third way, a better way to do this, a more creative solution. And they couldn't do that if they were defensive. No way would that happen under defensive conditions. The same thing happens in performance reviews, and I'll talk about that again, talk about that later. Thanks.